Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming, and today we're going to have a look at an Incineroar deck. So, how does this deck work? Well, first of all, Incineroar's our main attacker, and he's a self-charging attacker with Scar Charge, where we can put 3 damage counters onto our Pokemon and get 3 Darkness Energies straight onto our Incineroar, powering up his Crushing Punch nicely, which hits for 130, but if your opponent's got a special energy attached, you also discard that energy. Now, his GX attack is useful as well under the right situation. Darkness Tornado GX, 10 base damage, but does 50 extra damage for each damage counter on the Incineroar, so he can easily get one-shots in the right situation if you need to get that one-shot off. Now, to get our Incineroars up, we have our Alolan Ninetales. Now, for the Alolan Ninetales, we've got the Mysterious Guidance ability, allowing us to search for 2 item cards, plus I've decided to chuck some energies in here that allow us to attack, some unit energies that allow us to attack with the Alolan Ninetales as well, and that comes in really handy as well because it's a 70 attack to the active and 30 to a bench snipe, and that can team up with the 130 damage quite nicely to be able to get into range. So the Alolan Ninetales I like here as well. The other attacking option we do have is a Guzzlord-GX. Now, he's here as a special situation guy. We're not going to use him often, but we want to kick him to the discard so we can team him up with the Nanu, which allows us to choose one basic Darkness Pokemon from our discard pile and switch it with one of our Pokemon in play, leaving any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, whatever you've got on that Pokemon. And what we're really looking for here is to get off his Glutton GX if we haven't used our other GX attack already. And the Glutton GX is 100 damage to the active, but if you knock out the opponent's Pokemon, you get to draw an extra 2 prize cards. So the Guzzlord, he is a special situation Pokemon. We're not going to use him often, but if you're up against something like a Lost March deck or something like that, where this can easily KO a Pokemon and get 3 prize cards, Guzzlord can be absolutely clutch. So we've got him here as well. Now, we've also got some healing options here. We've got Max Potion, we've got Acerola to be able to try and keep our Pokemon alive for a little bit longer. We're playing Black Market Prism Star to try and reduce the number of prizes that they take off of a Incineroar. And we've also got some energy recycling options as well, just to get those energies back out of the discard and into our deck. So that's the deck. Shall we begin? I think we shall. Hello, Ash Pasty, and welcome. Oh, I really like that hand. Why didn't I have a basic Pokemon? I like that hand. Just the Litten up front, double mulligan. What have we got coming? Does have more basics to play. Chooses not to. So we got Celebi and Venusaur. Trip Celebi and Venusaur down. Interesting. That's a lot of Celebi and Venusaur. Well, Nest Ball here, we need to go and get ourselves a Alolan Vulpix. We need to chuck the energy onto you, a Choice Band onto you. We're going to oust the stadium with the Black Market, even though I'm probably not going to get any value out of that whatsoever. Then we're going to Cynthia. A second Alolan Vulpix down. We will Nest Ball here. Go get ourselves another Litten down. Oranguru down. Retreat out to Alolan Vulpix. Beacon. And go and get ourselves Alolan Ninetales, and I've got Incineroar, don't I? Yep. Torracat? Yeah, Torracat. So is this going to be an attacking one or a tanking one? I'm assuming it's going to be more of an attacking focus build. So the Pollen Hazard will take out the Vulpix here. So Litten goes up front. That's the reason I got a second Vulpix out. So that unfortunately is the downside of going second. But what we're now after is Torracat onto you. Alolan Ninetales onto you. We need a candy. So a candy, and I kind of want to keep the full, like the max potion in there. What else do we want? Another Choice Band? Yeah, at this stage that's what we're going to take. So candy and a Choice Band. Have a Choice Band. Candy you up. To the Incineroar. We're going to Scar Charge here. Go and get ourselves 3 energies. I'm going to shuffle this energy back in. So we're going to shuffle here. So we've got the max potion, which is really nice. And an Energy Recycler, which is super good. Might attach the energy to the Alolan Ninetales here. And we're going to go with the old Crushing Punch. Because I don't have enough damage counters on this Incineroar just yet. Now this only heals all damage. So the fact that it's got Burn, Confused and Poisoned could be really bad for me. But if I can take down one of these with an Incineroar, gives me a huge advantage. The other option here, just going through options in my mind. Because all I need is 130 and I've got this first Celebi Venusaur down. Is that actually, oh, the Guzma isn't an option. I was just thinking to myself, if I Guzma'd into the Celebi Venusaur down back and then came back to it. Not really an option. We are going to chuck another Energy TEU. Max potion, we're going to take a chance here on the coin flip. It's probably wondering what I'm thinking here, but I've got the Energy Recycler to go and chuck them all back. And we're now going to Scar Charge. And I'm going to gamble the coin flip. I know I shouldn't do this because my luck is horrendous. My luck is absolutely horrendous. So this is a really bad idea. And I mean a stupendously bad idea. A stupendously bad idea. A Crushing Punch. Told ya. And that's this Incineroar down. $50-50 chance, and you can 100% guarantee I won't get it. Probably should have used the Scar Charge on the last play. What was the whole Sabrina suggestion about? So he's got the GX, gets to heal fully. And that's super bad for me. Like I said, 50-50 chance to get a huge advantage here. You can absolutely guarantee that I won't pull it off. Probably should have actually used the Guzma on this play. The only way that I can really do it effectively is to waste energies. Guzma up this guy. Retreat out. And I'm going to run seriously out of energies now. 3 energies. And Crushing Punch. It's got the switch. And a Pollen Hazard. Which once again gives me a 50-50 coin flip. I need a free retreater. Do I have a free retreat? I have a 1 energy retreater. In Litten. We're gonna Guzma up. Coin flip. Got the heads. Ah, so that was pretty good. Kind of surprised by that. Be interesting now to see whether he puts the Celebi Venusaur down. No. Alright. So I might be back in business. Because these things can only heal the front line, isn't it? Yeah, so it's only the active Pokemon. So what I'm looking at here now is to Guzma and switch back because I'm hitting for 160. And that's enough. So I actually have game here. The coin flip worked for me. That's a first. So we'll Guzma up this one. Go to the Litten. And we are running out of here. And we will Crushing Punch. And there we go. That's game. Coin flip worked in my favor. That's good. That rarely happens. That's not my kind of luck. So, yeah, good game, good game. Hello, Ryama J. And welcome. Why is it whenever I test a first deck? Well, maybe not always. But often when I play a deck for the very first time, I just seem to mulligan on the first hand. It's like, hey, it's a new deck. Let's not get too good of vibes on it. Let's just mulligan. Going second here is less than ideal as well. Especially being a stage 2 deck, it's one that you want to be going first on. So Vulpix up front. We could be forced into the whole Cynthia here, although I can empty the hand pretty well. Zoroark. Oh, we've got a mirror match. and is highly likely that I am going down here. So we'll Choice Band onto you. Dark Energy onto you at this stage. We'll Devoured Field down. We will now Lily Pool because it gets me just as good a value as the Cynthia. Plus I get to keep the Alolan Ninetales, which is kind of nice. And we'll Nest Ball here, and I'm thinking that we Nest Ball for another Alolan Vulpix because there is every chance that this Alolan Vulpix goes down. If it doesn't, I'm actually nearly tempted to attack with the Alolan Ninetales to begin with, so we'll Beacon here. We will go and get ourselves probably the Torracat and do I have draw for next turn? I do. I wouldn't mind a Oranguru down. So we'll go with that. So this is going to be a Zoroark Incineroar variation. So it's going to have the KO on the Alolan Vulpix like I thought he would. Which is okay because I will come in with the Litten. Which means that's one energy wasted. How big an issue is that? Not sure just yet. Like I said, first time playing this deck, so... Hooper. Very different take on the Incineroar deck to mine. So there's the Alolan Vulpix down. We're going Litten up. So I'm going to hit for 160 unfortunately. So what we're doing here is Oranguru down. We could try and get him stuck actually. Guzma to the Hooper. We'll Alolan Ninetales down. Yeah, we'll search for a candy. And what else do we want here? We want... Do I want the max potion early in the game? Potentially. Nah, let's continue with setup. So, Nest Ball. We'll be candying to our Incineroar here. I am so mighty tempted to go to that Hooper. So tempted to go to that Hooper. But I don't have a free retreat out of this, so we're not doing that. So we're going to Scar Charge. We'll go and get ourselves 3 NGs onto our Incineroar. We are going to Nest Ball here and go get ourselves... What else is good? I'm thinking just another Litten. And we might, just to give ourselves options later, do that. Got the max potion anyway. Is there anything else that I want right now? No. So we're going to go with the Crushing Punch. Hit in on this Zoroark. See what my opponent has in store for me. I can go with the max potion play and protect this Incineroar. If need be. And that might be a play that I'll look for. So he's getting rid of the mana. Which means then I need to go and find myself energies pretty soon after that. Because how many NG cards am I running? 12. There's 10 Darkness NG. There should hopefully be 3 more in deck. Hopefully. But then I'm putting a lot of chips into this Incineroar. Okay. That's super annoying. Alolan Ninetales, you're up. Change of plans. So at least we have the KO here. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I'll, credit where credit's due. I did not see that play coming. Got an Energy Recycler, which could be good. Don't want to draw into Engies at this stage, so we're just going to Snowy Wind here. Do 70 to this Zoroark. And I'm thinking we start chipping away at that Litten in the back line there. Just to put pressure on the Litten. Especially since I don't think this thing is attacking next turn. He gets to get any 2 cards he wants, which is really good. Gonna Pokecoms. So that's to evolve this Litten. And I'm thinking here I now need to get into my big cat. Kinda wanna keep my Acerola in hand if I can. Because that protects me. If he can't get the one shot. Don't have to worry about a GX attack anymore. Can I empty this hand enough? Not really to get a Lillipool. Really depends whether or not I top deck a way into my cat, which I do. So I'm thinking we go to the cat here. Do I want to charge him up manually? Not really. Is there a benefit to Guzma? It gets rid of this Torracat before it grows up. Alright, so let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go to the Tapu Lele. We'll go and get the Guzma here. We're going to Guzma to the Torracat. To my Litten. We're going to go NG down on the Litten. We're going to manually retreat the Litten. I don't want to take it out with the Incineroar right now. We're going to NG Recycle. We're going to put all 5 NGs back into my deck, which is kind of nice. And now we're going to Snowy Wind, get rid of this Torracat before it grows up. And just start putting some chip damage onto the Hooper in the back line there. I'm thinking I probably should have actually taken those NGs because I've got my GX attack to go. So this is going to hit for 160 now. And that's fine because what I'm now doing is Ace-rolling the Ninetales out of here. Oh, the Devoured Field goes down. It's got the Black Market out. So, oops, what am I doing? Acerola, we'll get rid, we'll pull up the Alolan Ninetales. Send in Incineroar. We'll chuck the Vulpix down so it gives me options. We'll chuck the NG onto the Alolan Vulpix as well. Scar Charge. I mean, I'm two-shotting anyway because, in fact, that's 160. 160 is enough to get this thing out of here, and I only get one prize card for it, but is that worth it? Or is it worth trying to go... Oh, I've used my Tapu Lele and I can't guarantee that I still have the ability to get the Guzzlord. So I might actually just take the one prize card here. Just take the one prize card, get rid of the Hooper, get rid of those 3 energies. Assuming the Zoroark is coming. No. Does he have his way into a big cat? Into an Incineroar here? Because if he doesn't, he's just giving me a prize card. Unless he's going to Guzma something up. Going to go with the Rescue Stretcher. Got the Zoroark. So there's his draw engine again. Ingo and Emmett. Guessing he's looking for his big cat. Seg gets a little cat. Could be worthwhile attacking with the Alolan Ninetales instead of the Incineroar. Because it gets me the KO on something like a Litten. And gets me to chuck 30 damage on the back Litten as well. And puts it under pressure. A lot of pressure. Thinking that might be the play. Double Alolan Ninetales in hand. So, definitely going to play this one down. Don't know if I'm running any switch cards. I can't remember. Did I put switches in the deck? No, I didn't. I did chuck a Choice Band, which could come in handy later. We'll grab the Max Potion as well. So, who do I want the Choice Band down on? I don't really know. We'll go Darkness Energy onto the Alolan Ninetales here. We're going to go with a switch here into my Alolan Ninetales instead. We're going to... We're not going to Choice Band. I'm happy with all the cards I've currently got, so we're just going to Snowy Wind here. Chuck 30 damage onto this back Litten. Get a prize card, and get myself really close. Would not mind finding a way into a Stadium match lead to oust that Black Market. As much as that Black Market works for my Incineroar, I need a prize card. Yeah, does have the evolution. So I think what I've got to do here is I've got to retreat. Oh, I've got huge resistance to this. But I don't want to take any risks. So I think I'm retreating, I'm max potioning. I'll chuck a Choice Band onto the Incineroar in the back line. So we're going to manually retreat here to the Incineroar. We're going to max potion the Alolan Ninetales. We're going to start setting up that Alolan Ninetales again just so he can bench snipe if I need him to. We need to thin a little bit. So I don't want Guzzlord anymore. I don't want this Alolan Ninetales. We don't want... do I want to Litten down? No, I don't. So here we are happy enough to Cynthia this hand out of here. Huh, I do have a Nanu. Which could be good for the next turn. Could be good for the next turn. Anyway, we will just use our Crushing Punch. Start chipping into the Zoroark. And this will be a manual retreat out of here. From my opponent. If only I'd put that NG onto the Incineroar here. But having said that, 30 to the back line isn't going to be enough. Do we switch to the Alolan Ninetales? Chip 70. It's a lot of damage down. To switch or not to switch? I think we switch. Because the Alolan Ninetales has resistance as well. And right here we'll just Snowy Wind. Get some more damage onto that Zoroark. Just so he is under double threat there. And the Black Market Prism Star can't protect him. Assuming he's after an Acerola or a Max Potion desperately. It's got a Lusamine. But that's the supporter gone, so there's no Acerola at least. And assuming he can't get this KO here... yeah, that is game. That is 190 damage on him, so he's only got 20 health left. Oh, he took away my energy. That is annoying. Well, we will just have to manual retreat out of this. Manual retreat to my Incineroar. And we will Crushing Punch for game. And there we go. Yeah, that Zoroark's GX ability, GX attack, I was not expecting when he did it, but went second, beat the sort of a semi-mirror match. It was a Incineroar build, so I'm pretty happy with that. First try on it, so yeah, good. And it is time to rate this deck. So, what do I think? Starting with damage here, the damage most of the time you are two-shotting, especially GX Pokemon. You've got that ability to get a one-shot off in the right situation, but with the Crushing Punch 130, you are two-shotting most of the time, and for that reason, I'm giving the damage output of this deck a 7 out of 10. For the defense side of things, the numbers here, 250, remembering with a Scar Charge, that's really 220, is a hard number to get around. It's an awkward number to try and one-shot a lot of the time, and even the 200 from Alolan Ninetales, there's not many decks that consistently hit for over 200 a lot of the time. So a lot of the time you are going to be surviving a hit, which allows us to use Max Potions and Acerolas to be able to increase that defense and make this really awkward for our opponents. And if you can get the Black Market Prism Star to sit there as well while an Incineroar goes down, you're delaying the game quite nicely here. So the defensive numbers I find are really good, and I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. As for reliability, the Alolan Ninetales just comes in clutch here. He allows you to go and search your deck for any 2 item cards, and in combination with a self-charging energy Pokemon in the Incineroar, where you don't have to worry about getting those energy cards into hand, you can just concentrate on getting him up. The reliability just is astounding here. So consistently you can get this deck up and rolling. Most of the time I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. So overall, what do I think? This Incineroar, he hits hard, he's tanky. When I say he hits hard, he can hit hard with the Tornado GX, but he's really a tanky Pokemon, self-charging Pokemon that you can keep healing and make it really awkward for your opponent if they can't one-shot you. So really nice deck. I enjoyed playing it, an 8.5 out of 10.